Hi, Deb here and welcome to my craft room. This is Pixie box, I don't know what, it's called Pets, Paws and Me, and it's from July 23. I know I'm a bit behind, but I will catch up. Well, I won't because I've only got a couple more and then I'm not doing them anymore. Anyway, right, so there's the leaflet. These are animal pen moulds. Which are quite sweet, I like those. A rabbit, I think it's a rabbit, a cat, and I think it's a dog. It's hard to tell. And there are the ink refills, and also they have included some shaker films, which is really good. I've said before, I'm useless at cutting out shaker films. So I think there were 2 for each animal in that bag, 2 for each pen, which is, it's just really good. And that is a sparkling shiny glitter. It's very pretty. It's like a bluey purpley colour. Very pretty. And these are flower confettis. That's pretty as well. And those are just glitters, but they are gorgeous colours. I was really pleased with those. That bluey purple is incredible. Doesn't look very purpley there, but in real life it looks more purpley than blue. Very nice. Run a bit out of focus there, sorry folks. And that is cat confetti. It's gold. I know it looks as if there's black in there, but it's just the way it's in the pot. When you pour it out, it is all just gold confetti. Holographic gold confetti at that. Very pretty. These are charms. There are 2 snake charms, one in silver and one in gold. And there are 2 paw charms, one in silver and one in gold. Very nice. And then we have 3 crystal pigments. Sapphire, garnet and fire opal. And that is a bunny mould. It looks like it's a shaker. I'm not sure. Haven't used it. But it does look like a shaker mould. It's got a cute little bunny face on it. This is a fish mould, which is beautiful. Really, really nice mould. And that's birds, a mould with birds on. And these are pet tags, which I quite like, animal tags. I liked those, although I can't see a goldfish wearing a tag, but never mind. And that's a cat mould. And this is cat film, holographic cat film. And those are fish polymer clay pieces. Quite sweet. They're small, but they're quite sweet. Yeah, I was pleased with those. And that's it. Now I need to decide what I'm going to make. Right, I made the decision. I wanted to make the pen the animal pens. So I have mixed up some, I think it was 40 mils, yes, 40 mils of Let's Resin 1:1 epoxy resin, and I'm just letting that sit for a while I put the inks into the pens. I had a bit of a job with the first one because it looks as if that bit that's sticking out, the pen top, should slot right into that, but it's just a very shallow little circle, so it doesn't slot right up into it. But it works out fine. It just didn't appear to be right to me to start with, but they did work out all right. Then we do the same for the other two, but we do those a lot quicker because we know it doesn't fit right into that bit. Now I'm going to separate the resin into the 3 little pots because I want to use 3 different colours, make the pens different colours, and I'm just going to use the glitters that came in the box. Now I get out my magic glitter spoon. I love my glitter spoon. I think I must have got it in with a set of glitters or epoxy resin or mica powders or something, but I can't remember where it came from, but I absolutely love it. And that's the purpley blue and the silver I've added into there. As you can see, you didn't need me to tell you that, did you? I break a coffee stirrer in half because I only need half of it and we don't need to waste things. Every time I go for a coffee, which is very rarely, I pick up coffee stirrers, and I've also asked some of my friends to get them as well when they go to get coffee anywhere, because they're really handy to have. You can use them for all sorts of things. Now I'm going to fill up the mould very, very carefully, as you can see. I was going to speed this up, but I thought no, let's show you how carefully I filled this mould up. Don't worry, I did speed up the others. You don't have to sit through it more than once. And then I've just pulled the brush off the top of a pink, oh, what are they called? Micro brush. Just pulled the brush end off. And I'm trying to release the bubbles that are at the bottom of the mould where the tip of the pen goes. If I'd have thought about it, I would have just put a small amount of resin in first and squidged the end. But I didn't think about it until after I'd poured the whole lot in. But I did manage to get all the bubbles out, and there was no bubble holes in the end. I'm using my JDiction tilting table, resin table there, but I think it isn't quite level. The resin seems to be pooling at the bottom end of the pens away from the shaker bits. So this is speeded up by 5 times, I believe, and I'm just filling the moulds again. This time I thought about it and I made sure there were no bubbles down in the pointy bit before I put the rest of the resin in. Just going around the edge to make sure there's no bubbles trapped. That silver looked beautiful when it went in, didn't it? I really liked that. I didn't notice it until I was watching the video. And here I am again, remembering to do the pointy bit first. Make sure there's no bubbles. And that's those done. Just going over them with my long neck lighter to pop any surface bubbles. And just going around the edge of this one to make sure there's no bubbles trapped in the 90-degree angles. And here they are. This is the next day and they're cured. I'm just demoulding them now. I love the sparkle of these glitters. Love them. In fact, I think they look even more sparkly on the video than they do in real life, although they are very sparkly in real life. I'm really pleased with them. Looking at that again, I don't think it is a dog. I think it must be a bear mould, a teddy bear or something. I'm not sure. Right, and here we are putting in the inclusions into the shakers. I felt that fish would be very appropriate in the cat. So I put some of the tiny fish in the cat's head. And then I put some of the flower confetti from the box, from this box in there. And I also put some other resins, some other confetti from other Sophie and Toffee boxes. Just all the right, you know, all the colours that I felt matched nicely. And now we're going to put the shaker films on. I used UV resin. I actually used JDiction UV Resin. That's the only UV resin I use now. Well, the only clear UV resin I use. I really love it. It just dries with no stickiness whatsoever. All the other UV resins that I've ever used all dry sticky, but the JDiction one doesn't. Just taking the film off of the cat's shaker film, the plastic covering of the cat shaker film. It's taken me a while, as you can see, but I got it in the end. Although I'm trying to take a piece off the other side and there isn't one. Get one of my plastic pokey tools just to go round the edge, the very edge of where I'm going to stick the film on. To be really careful doing this, because if any gets inside the head where the shaker bits are, it sticks them, so they don't shake anymore. So it's a bit tricky to do this. You have to do it as neatly as possible. That down carefully, making sure it's over the whole area. Push it down firm and then put it under the UV light. Now I put some pots around it so I can balance the UV light on top of them so that it doesn't fall over and I don't have to hold it. Didn't do the back, but now I've got it. That's it. And then I did the other two the same. You didn't need to see me doing the same thing again. And now I'm going to top coat them with Deco Art Clear Pouring Top Coat. After I'd shaken it and used it, I read the instructions and it says do not shake. So if you ever use this to top coat something, don't shake it first. And I'm just putting it on the top over the film. Although it looks white now, it does dry clear. And the reason I'm doing this rather than using UV resin is because UV resin doesn't stick very well to shaker film. It comes off really, really easily if you're not careful. So it's better to use something else rather than UV resin. So I've done that now to that one, and then I do the other two. I've sped that one up so you don't need to see me doing it again. That's that done, and these are finished there. I'm sorry